Alright everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing some GameDevTycoon. Thought we could do a bit of a break from shooter games, just coming off the Black Ops 1 campaign. I had this game in my Steam library for ages now, ever since I saw Jacksepticeye play it back in the day. I've always wanted to play this game, considering that I love playing games and I've always wanted to make a game. But apart from that, yeah, this is I've just done a quick 5-minute blast through of this game to get used to the menus and everything. And it actually seems like a solid game, so I thought, why not? We can make some content on it. Alright, well, enough chatter now. Let's just get started into the game. I don't want to bore you guys. Obviously, I've done a blast through already, but what I can do is we can do a new game. Alright, well, let's get into it. So yeah, I've not played this game at all, apart from the 5-minute blast through I did, obviously to make sure that there was no problems. Game runs obviously quite well because it's a basic game. But yeah, let's get started. Alright, welcome to GameDevTycoon. In this business simulation, you have been transported back in time to start your very own game development company right after the beginning of the PC revolution. In the next 35 years, you can build your dream company, create best-selling games, gain fans, and become the leader of the market. I'm not gonna lie, all those things sound exactly like what I want. Definitely when I wanted to make games back in the day. But yeah, this looks promising. Before you can start your adventure, you would have to give your upcoming company a name. Oh, all right. Oh, here we go. We're right into it. All right, we have to create a good name. Man, what name do I always want for my company? To be honest, if I'm gonna do a clean playthrough of this, I probably want a name that I can remember. I'm gonna have to do a lot of brain thinking. We need a good name. Amazing. Can't go wrong with the old BDI, honestly, no? Babs Dies Incorporated. Oh, that's a good company name, no? I think we got all this set down now. We got the company name BDI. Bob's name is Babs, and we got this guy with the blue shirt setups. Should be looking good. Let's get started. Unlock hints, yeah, we already did the blast through. Alright, well, let's get started. Congratulations, you've just started your very own game development company. Oh yeah, BDI is here to take it over. At the moment, your office is in a garage and you're the only employee, but don't worry, many successful businesses are started out this way. Oh yeah, good old Amazon and Jeff Bezos, right? Pretty sure that's true. Alright, let's get started, alright. Let's start developing your first game. Alright, here we go. Close this message and then click anywhere on the screen to bring up the action menu. So we can just get started right up then. Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, so as far as I'm concerned, when I was doing that blast through of the first game I made, it was a bunch of topics. Yeah, here we go. Oh, so it seems like the topics are actually quite random. Before I had to think it was like, what? It was like romance and everything I had. We get different things. Pretty sure the genres and everything are the same, yeah. Alright. Well, if we're going to make our first game, I definitely want to create something that I wanted to make for ages. But actually, no, I can't. Because we have a limited on topics, aren't we? Yeah. Alright, well, judging by the topics we have here, colonization, movies, and hospital military. Let's see. Alright, we're looking at the other things. We can definitely do a military game of some kind, maybe. Just thinking, maybe back in Call of Duty days, maybe. Oh, we could do War Thunder actually, no? Yeah, War Thunder. Alright, after a bit of googling, I figured out that War Thunder is basically a military strategy game, no? We do it as a military strategy game, and we can do it on what platforms we've got. Oh, here we go. So we've got the. So I'm guessing the Commodore 60. This is meant to be the Commodore 64. What they've done. Judging by the looks of this, it looks like the market share for the G64 is quite big over PC, but it does cost more. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, military strategy in the G64 sounds like a good thing, no? We definitely don't be. We only be changing the name. Let's see. What can we change War Thunder into? Battle Lightning. Right? Alright, so here we go. We got Battle Lightning, a military strategy game on the G64, which I'm guessing has got to be the Commodore 64. And this is going to be good though. Our first game, we're going off War Thunder, the tank shooter game. We can see what we can do. Well, we definitely want it to be a 2D graphics game, by the looks of it. Yeah, because we want to have physical tanks that we can drive, no? Alright. At least we get started now. What do we do now? Oh. All right, we're in development stage 1. Now we can get started with the game. So as far as I'm concerned, in the blast through, we can control every aspect of our game, and it's in 3 stages. But in terms, that was just a game that I didn't finish. I just wanted to get used to the menus, so I'm totally in the blank here. But what can we get started with? All right, if we're making a military strategy game, we definitely want there to be a lot of gameplay, no? Considering it's a strategy game. Probably max that out there, no? Don't want a lot of story and side quests. I don't think that's important. Judging the fact that this is a strategy game as well, like War Thunder, I'm just thinking like when you destroy tanks, you want a lot of physics-based things, and the engine is going to control it. So, do want a bit of engine, no? Yeah, this is doing good so far. It's going to be a good game, no? Sure, nothing go wrong here. I'll cut myself some slack. This is literally my first ever game I'm making on this. I'm sure we'll be fine. All right, we're in development stage 2 now. What do we need to do? For a military strategy game, I don't think dialogues matter as much because, well, why would it, to be honest? It's a lot of tank shooting, not a lot of speaking, so you can put that quite low. Level design seems to be quite important because you want your level to look quite nice when you're doing all your battling. Just thinking like tanks going through the level and shooting. Definitely want a lot of artificial intelligence considering that it's not online yet. Yeah, so we want a lot of good AI in there. Maybe lower the level design a bit. Put the artificial intelligence up. Yeah, this is looking good so far. I like this setup. We want a lot of artificial intelligence so we can have something to fight against and good level design. Alright, it's looking good so far. The numbers are going up. We've got, what, 6 technology and 4 design. And then whatever research is. I've not got as far to the game in that yet. I'm in development stage 3. Alright, so for a game like, well, War Thunder or Battle Lightning, you don't want a lot of world design, to be honest, right? It'll beef up the graphics a bit. Not a lot, because it is a level design. Maybe a bit of sound, no? We want a bit of sound. Yeah, we're definitely going to be wanting basic sounds on, because we're going to be hearing all the tank shooting. Yeah, this is looking to be a good game so far. Man, we're going to create a 10-star banger off the rip, no? To be honest, I'm probably way over my head. This is my first game. Could be some slack. Alright, I'm happy with this. We've got 9 design and 13 technology. We can finish up on this. Nice. Alright, nice. So we've got a 9 to 13 game. And I'm guessing we're getting a bunch of experience here. So as we complete the game, we can just get a bunch of things going. Yeah, we can also level up personally. Alright, this is not bad. We've got Battle Lightning coming out for our first game. Let's do it. Oh. Alright, so the first reviews of Battle Lightning is in. Alright. Let's see if the game will do well. Hopefully. Nothing could go wrong, right? Come on, whatever. Let's do it. Oh. Oh. Alright, well, that was not that bad. Also, all games, you can go screw yourself. What the hell is that? Could have given me the average of 5, no? All in all, for our first game, I think this is actually quite a good set, no? Almost got above halfway. I'm guessing 10 is the max. Yeah, we got, what, 2.5 and 2 stars? I'm actually quite happy with that. Nothing like shooting tanks, no? Alright, we got a pop-up already. BDI. What does this say? BDI, a newcomer in the game industry, has just released their first game, Battle Lightning. The game received favorable reviews. Alright, so we didn't do that bad. That's actually quite good. With such a good start, BDI is sure to gain fans quickly. Well, that's the plan, I hope. Get rich or die trying, no? Alright, so seems like we're generating, what the hell? The dude, we're actually earning a lot of money now. Look at that. We're 25k off the first thing. Oh, bring on the money. Battle Lightning sold 3,559 units in its first week on the market. We made it to the charts at number 52. Wow. Not bad. First game is rocking, actually. Battle Lightning was so successful that we now have 14 fans. Look at that. We got some people on our backs. Look at that. We're doing well. Judging by the graphs going up, it seems like we're actually doing quite well, to be honest, as a first game. Wow, we're doing even more well. Look at that. We're starting to leveling off a bit. Man, if you guys want to play this game, start off with War Thunder. Oh, speak of the devil. Look at that. Battle Lightning has achieved a company sales record of over 10k units sold. Look at that. This is an important milestone in the history of BDI. Yeah. Even though I've never played War Thunder, seems to be doing the job. Pretty sure we can generate a game report. Yeah. Yeah, so from this, looking by it, it seems that we have already got a bit of profit coming in, and we have an average score of 4.75, a bit of funds. That's good. So obviously you can find out what we could improve upon now. See? Oh. Alright, not bad. So the game's off the market. Battle Lightning is now off the market. It sold 12,698 units, generating 88,913 in sales. You know what? For a first time dev, that's actually not that bad, no? It's all in the power of the tanks. Alright, now after that, we've got a game report. See what happened. Our post-release analysis of Battle Lightning is now complete, and we got the following results. The military and strategy is a great combination, and dialogues seem to be not important for this type of game. Ah, I knew it, because it's just a simulation game, right? Alright, that was not bad. Did quite well. Alright, before we make another game, pretty sure, yeah, we do a bit of researching. Alright, look at this. So upon the 4 original things we got, we can now get new topics. Seems like we've got assassins. We can make Assassin's Creed. We've got construction, so we can do something like Sim City or whatever it was called. Alternate history. That is a dude on a dinosaur. Look at that. And horror, so we can play Friday the 13th. These are not some good topics, to be honest, off the top of my head. I mean, we can probably do like a horror game, maybe. Maybe we could do a Friday the 13th. Yeah, we could do something like maybe what? We could do early versions of Slenderman, if not. Oh. Platform news. Recent market studies suggest that the Governor. So they renamed the Commodore to the Governor. Fair enough. That's confirmed. Anyway, recent market studies suggest that the Commodore 64 is steadily outselling competitors in the PC sector. Oh, so it's based off real life then. Yeah. Consumers prefer the lower price, greater availability, and the flexible hardware configuration over other home computers. So this is based off reality. Experts say that this might spell the end of competing hardware manufacturers. But we know for a fact that that wasn't correct. Judging by what happened. PC eventually took over at some point, even now in 2026. I'm pretty sure PC's outselling consoles, right? Let me know in the comments on that. Also, our research is complete, so we now completed the horror. Actually, before I make a game, what new topics can we do? Let's see. Before we do a horror. Oh, select it. Oh, here we go. We're not racing? Alright, so now we could do something, I don't know, Forza or maybe Gran Turismo if we wanted to. Oh, maybe we could do some BeamNG drive, actually. I don't know. Will that be quite good? Probably. Actually, you know what? Before we do a horror, I want to do a racing game. I've always wanted to create a racing game in my life. Alright, the research is complete. Start to make another game then. Alright, so from this, so we did a military shooter. Considering, let me see. Alright, I've got it. So we'll go back to the Commodore 64 again. I think what we can do is we'll do a racing simulation game. Pretty sure that'd be quite well. Problem is, what do we call this game? Let me see. I don't know, there's many games we can do. We can do Forza, we can do Gran Turismo, we can do BeamNG Drive. Maybe do a racing only version of GTA, maybe? I want to create a brand new game though, something original, nothing off other games. So if we want to do another BeamNG Drive game, simulation, what do we want to call it?
3 weeks later.
I think that's got a name. We've got Gearheads, which is a racing simulator, and the Govardar 64. I was originally going to go for something like Top Gear related, but I honestly thought that we'd do something original, so I thought of Gearheads. Yeah, we'll definitely want to do a 2D graphics game, and we can get that started. Alright. We're on the Promised Lands. Oh, we got platform news. According to rumors, the Japanese company Ninvento. Alright, so Nintendo is here. Guessing that PlayStation and Xbox will be coming soon. Anyways, Ninvento is planning to launch its very own gaming console. Ninvento is known for the widely successful arcade game Dinky King. Ah, that's where Donkey Kong comes from. Dinky King, fair enough. Alright, we can use the Nintendo then to create our own Super Mario's, I guess. Many industry experts doubt that home gaming consoles will take off, but we are eager to see what Nintendo will deliver. Alright, fair enough. For now, I think we'll stick to using the PC and the Govardor 65, it was called. Alright, here we go. I definitely want this to be a good game, so we have to do it. If we've got a simulation game like BeamNG Drive, I'm guessing we're going to need a good amount of engine, but probably not a lot. Yeah. Definitely want a lot of gameplay, because we want to be over total control. Story and quests, maybe a little bit, but not a lot. That looks solid. Alright, going well. Alright, we're at dev stage 2, and we're looking quite solid actually, with 3 design, 4 technology, few bugs, but that's alright. Alright, what do we want to do for here? I don't know, for a simulation game? Probably don't want a lot of dialogue still. Yeah, coming off of thingies. Don't need a lot. In fact, you know what? We don't need much. We'll lower it a bit more. Definitely want a little level design, because it is BeamNG. To be honest, I forgot. This is a racing simulator we're doing, not a strategy game. So, I mean, the dialogues will still be not needed, but a simulation game, we need good amount of level design. Probably a bit less. Probably a bit more on the artificial intelligence when we're racing others. That'll be fine. Yeah, it looks good so far. I think we can take that. Alright, last stage. If we're talking like BeamNG, what do we want? We want decent amount of graphics, actually, because it's a simulation game. We want all the cars to look good. Sound is equally important, so we'll put that a little bit lower, but not too much. World design, I'm not sure how much. We want something to look good on the outside, so we'll fill it up a bit more there. Yeah, I think that looks good. We can get some basic sounds going, so we'll keep that. Mine's going to be a hell of a game. Making a good racer game, surely nothing will go wrong, right? Alright, we're just going to get rid of the bugs now. Can I probably get another design piece in now? Alright, nice. So we've got 10 design and 10 technology. Going off for gearheads. By with more platform news. Today, Nintendo has confirmed recent rumors and announced their plans to release a new gaming console called TES early next year. I see what they're doing. The NES into the TES? Yeah. The console features cartridge-based games and a uniquely designed controller. Alright, well that's fine. We can create things like Super Mario Bros. On my end. Maybe do another games. Alright, let's continue. We got gearheads to do. Oh, we got a new record for design. And then yada yada for all the XP, yeah. Anything leveled up? No, alright, this is looking good then. We got a good record, we got good technology on it. Sure, this will be a good game. Let's see what the critics are saying. Alright, here we go. The final moments. Oh, I'm a bit now. Hopefully we get a good game on this. Come on. Give me above average. Oh, okay. 6 is alright. Okay, so another 6 is good. Game Hero. Man, screw Game Hero, man. Alright, not bad. We got all 6s and we got 1-5 Game Hero. I feel like you're going to be my worst enemy in this. Yeah, that was not that bad, actually. Could have been a lot better. But again, this is about 2nd game now. So we'll see what happens. I definitely want to generate a game report straight away after that. See what happened. Alright, not bad. Here we go. Nice, we got a game report back. Let's do it. Our post-release analysis of Gearheads is complete and we got the following results. Racing and simulation is a great combination. Oh, that's good. Gameplay seems to be very important for this type of game. I'm pretty sure I put that to near full, or maybe not full. And platform genre match and the G64 and simulation are good. Alright, that's good. Holy moly, look at that income. Man, we're getting a lot of good bars. Look at that. Alright, well, that's quite solid. So look at our game history. We have 2 games out. So we've got Battle Lightning at 4.75. And then Gearheads at 5.75. So that's a whole point increase. Alright, we're doing solid so far. This is quite good. What else can we research? Alright, we're looking at research. Not a lot of good things, actually, considering it. I mean, maybe we can get some Assassin's Creed going if we wanted to. Alternate history is something like Wolfenstein, isn't it? And then obviously government. We can get down, Mr. President, if we wanted to. I think we could go for maybe let's go for alternate history. I guess we can do something with that. Maybe do something like Wolfenstein. I don't know. Alright guys, well I'm gonna end it here now. We've had 2 games released so far, and it's actually been quite fun, you know. I've always wanted to become a dev. But apart from that, if you guys want me to keep on playing this game, let me know in the comments below. I'm looking at all the comments every day. But if you don't want me to play this game and you'd rather see something else, just let me know in the comments. If you want me to play Call of Duty again, maybe we could do the campaign remastered for Modern Warfare 2. But apart from that, yeah, this has been GameDevTycoon. It's been your boy Babs, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Take care.